We keep it so metal that we speaking your refrain. Adam Story's got a point if you let him explain. It's the pun of all puns, get a plan with Papa Wayne. Rum tapping the vein, and 9 minutes bringing pain. MHOG secreting, leaving a stain. You ain't as dope as us, bitch. Stay in your lane.
And 3, 2.
And welcome back to the Metal Hand of God podcast, the most dangerous podcast on the internet.
So dangerous.
That's right. I am your host, Wayne, and these two lovely gentlemen are...
the butt of all jokes.
And...
I'm the Rum Guy.
well, why did you say you're the butt of all jokes? That's not true.
Y'all are making fun of me at this point. Like, I felt like it's a good tagline. You know, y'all didn't like the most offensive podcast on the internet. Now
No, I'm really embracing this. I promise you, I'm not making fun of you at all. Like, seriously, like I actually got,
I like it.
I've actually got people working on designs for shirts and stuff already. Yeah, man, I agree with you on this. This is not me making fun of you.
I don't believe you.
I swear, dude. If I was, I'm using Rum's lying voice, but I swear to God, I really do dig it.
My voice. Oh man,
I do dig it. I do dig it, man.
How's everyone doing?
I'm doing great.
Oh, bullshit. We all just spent 20 minutes talking about how tired we were.
No, I'm doing great.
I actually think I fucked up my knee.
Oh,
Yeah, fuck it up.
how'd you
It's
do
a
that?
little better today, but like last night, I don't know what happened, but like when I got to my room, it was like putting pressure on it. It was like fucking, I don't know, like it felt
When
fucking.
you're, you know, I know you've been in training for the international clogging competition, so I mean that'll put some strain on you.
Rum, is there an actual international clogging competition? Because I feel like you would know that if there were.
Actually, yeah, there is.
You know there is, dude. Come
There
on.
is. There definitely
Rum would not say something that wasn't factual.
is. At least about clogging.
Right. Like drain clogging. Yeah.
You know what? I was driving along the beach today. You know what song I had stuck in my head all day, and I couldn't figure out where the hell it was from, and then I realized what movie it was from.
My milkshakes bring all the boys to the yard.
No, I was driving down the road and looked over and I saw the water and went, skeet surfing! Like, what the fuck is that
What
from?
in the fuck is that?
Skeet surfing was the opening song for the movie Top Secret.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right.
I was like, why is this in my head? I gotta watch this movie again.
No, you don't. No one really
it's an
has
awesome
to.
movie.
Nobody really has to watch that movie.
That's
It's
a great
a
movie.
It's just not necessarily at the top of my list. Even as far as Val Kilmer, there's at least 2 movies that go before Top Secret.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Dude, I mean, that has some of the greatest lines ever.
Like what?
Like,
Skeet surfing.
you know, when they were in the restaurant, and he orders the 63 Ripple Blanc, and then she goes, "Oh no, let me order. I know a little German." She turns around, there's this midget. He goes, "Auf Wiedersehen." You know, that's the type of humor I like.
Oh, he knows. Get it? A little German. That's awesome.
Explains so much, Rum.
Well, did you like the what is it called? The Kentucky Fried Movie?
No, I didn't watch that.
You didn't watch that? I think
I don't think I'd like that one.
I think you would actually really appreciate
A lot of the
that.
new modern spoof movies, they don't hold up.
It's not modern. It came out before, around the same time as that fucking movie you just talked
I
about.
think it actually come out before, because I'm pretty sure Top Secret came out in the early 80s, and Kentucky Fried Movie, I think, came out in the
70s, huh?
Yeah,
Really? Is that old?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I don't know. I never watched it.
that was the precursor. That was the first movie that the Zucker brothers did before they did Airplane.
Yes.
And I think Airplane was like 81 or 83 or something.
Okay.
like
Yeah,
that.
you're right. I think it was like 70,
Well,
like
no,
9 or
I
something.
actually don't think I've ever heard of the movie.
It's actually pretty fucking funny.
It's not. It wasn't like widely released. It was like their student film, and it's not. They've actually done movies like this recently. There was I want to say it was like called 52 or something like that.
Yeah.
It's not a straight movie. It's a bunch of basically absurdist.
Really weird clips.
Yeah, like what do you call it? Like sketches.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
It's very funny. It took me a long time to find it on DVD, but I actually own it. It's really good. I think you'd like it, dude.
Did you watch it the whole way through, Wayne?
Of course.
Okay, just checking.
Why?
I'm just curious because
Because I didn't watch all of Finding Dory.
Yeah, Finding Dory.
I didn't watch all of Finding Dory because I was in bed and my son wanted to stay awake, so we just let it play.
So you know what was funny? We're really talking about this. One, that's funny. Two, the movie starts off and I'm like, this is just Nemo with a blue fish.
Pretty much.
This is just Nemo with.
It's very pretty. It is very pretty.
It got better as it went on because I had to watch it with my niece. I was like, all right, this is getting better. And I like the squid. The squid was cool.
I'm not the biggest fan of Finding Nemo. I think it's cute, but it really doesn't do anything for me. I did one thing I did like about Finding Dory was I did think the baby Dory was pretty adorable.
Yeah, with the big eyes.
Kind of, as long as she didn't talk.
Why?
Their voice annoys me, but of course I don't like Ellen DeGeneres either.
Or children. Yeah. Wait, what are you talking about? The baby wasn't played by Ellen DeGeneres.
No,
no, but I just transference. It's transference.
Speaking of Ellen DeGeneres, this has nothing to do with Ellen DeGeneres, but it involves talk show hosts.
Nice.
I was watching today. So Disney does this thing that I don't understand at all. Where they own The View because they own ABC.
Oh boy.
So every year they have The View do live shows over at Walt Disney World. Again, don't know why. I don't feel like there's a huge crossover audience between fans of The View.
60-year-old women that have nothing to do at home and children who like to play with Mickey Mouse.
Well, and adults do. But it's a weird little crossover thing. Like Universal just got Jimmy Fallon, who I'm not the biggest fan of, but I think at least makes more sense because he's more contemporary.
Yeah.
It has a wider appeal. But
he's so hip and cool.
No, not at all. But
I know.
At least he's young. But there was this video going around that was like Whoopi. They were like, oh, we'll do a little skit. We'll have Whoopi Goldberg surprise people by playing a cast member in certain attractions. So she's like, and I only saw the few seconds of like the Haunted Mansion. She shows up, and
was her head in the crystal ball?
No, she was playing one of the attendants. You know, when you first walk in, they're like, please stand to the center of the floor or whatever. I don't remember the exact line. I was never a Magic Kingdom cast member. Anyway, so they were like, check out this huge surprise that Whoopi Goldberg gave a bunch of Disney fans. And I was like, if that Oogie Boogie looking bitch ever fucking showed up in a rock.
That's perfect.
I almost said that. I was gonna type that like Oogie Boogie because she kind of does look like Oogie Boogie from Nightmare Before Christmas. But then I realized like she's a black woman, and maybe saying Oogie Boogie about a black woman probably isn't the most racially sensitive thing I could have said on the internet.
Well, it's not like you just called her straight up, bad words and shit.
Oogie Boogie, nigger, Oogie Boogie. That was a Dave Chappelle line.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know, but that's what I'm saying. It's not like you actually. Oogie Boogie's fine.
I would have been more shocked. I wouldn't have understood what was going on. It'd be like Whoopi Goldberg, but like, oh, whoa, it's Whoopi Goldberg. What, you out of work? I
mean, you could have called her Jigaboogie. I mean, that'd have been pretty bad.
No. I don't understand any of that. I don't feel like the kids want to see Whoopi Goldberg.
No one wants to see Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah, I would have thought it'd been funnier if her head was the head inside the crystal ball, inside the ride. That would make more sense.
Still be alive in that scenario, or would it be like they cut off her head and shoved it inside of a ball?
Either way, it'd make me happy.
For real.
I don't know. I used to like Whoopi Goldberg, but I think after Sister Act 2, I think we were done with her. I don't think
we need to make it 2.
I like Sister Act 2. It had Lauryn Hill in it, a couple of other people who ended up being famous.
Yeah, no, I'm not a fan of that one. I liked one-ish. I liked her in Jumpin' Jack Flash. Is that all she ever did?
No, she did a bunch of movies.
What did she do? What was the big one besides Sister Act?
Sister Act was the big one. All our other movies were kind of like fair to middling.
Yeah.
I can't really think of all of them, but she did a bunch of movies.
Yeah.
Where she played the owner of a basketball team.
Oh, that was stupid.
Yeah, I didn't see that one. She did that other movie with Ted Danson right before he put on blackface, and they were like, "Ha ha."
Yeah, I don't remember that one.
Oh, it actually was a pretty big one for her. Like Will Smith was in it.
Ted Danson, Will Smith, and Whoopi Goldberg. Seriously?
Well, he played like the neighbor. He was interested in her daughter, and Ted Danson played turned out to be the daughter's biological father.
Yes.
If you looked at it, like the girl, her name was Nia Long, beautiful girl. She ended up being on Fresh Prince a year or two later. Nia Long is black.
Very.
She ain't mixed black.
No.
She's straight up coffee black. And so when you see Ted Danson, they're like, yeah, that's her biological father. It's like, fuck no. I know how genetics work, or at least, I don't, but I understand.
I'm a geneticist. I can figure this out.
I understand what happens when you put milk and chocolate syrup together, and it don't look like that.
Well, who knows? Either way, weird combo, in my opinion. That was even cast. But anyway, back to The View and Disney for you.
Ted Danson.
Yeah.
Best thing he ever did was the Loch Ness Monster movie.
Let's move on from blackface and talk about something else controversial.
No,
International Women.
No. The best thing Ted Danson ever did was the fucking the thing from oh god. It was I lost my train of thought. It's from fucking HBO. The fucking. You know, it did the
like the Kraken, but
you know how they did those fucking 3 stories. Tales from the Crypt. Remember Ted Danson did a Tales from the Crypt where he was chased by his wife, and he was buried into sand up to his head until the water came in and he drowned. That was the best thing he ever did.
It sounds like a great movie.
I'm gonna go ahead and point out that the best thing he actually did was Cheers. That's ridiculous.
No, I don't think it was Cheers.
It's almost the only thing he ever did. He did that in Becker. He's not remembered for anything else.
Yeah, he is for wearing blackface.
Well, he's in the NC or a CSI thing, isn't he?
He didn't get paid for that.
Yeah, he's in NCIS or NCI or something.
No, he's not.
He is.
CSI.
Yeah.
No, he's not. He's on a show called The Happy Place now.
But he was
still on CSI.
Okay, well, I don't think anybody remembers him for that.
I'm sure a lot of people do, except for you, Adam. God. It's Ted Danson.
Oh, God.
I mean, if there's 2 great actors in the world, it's Ted Danson and Steve Guttenberg.
I know, right?
I thought the second one was going to be the Rum Guy.
No, that's 3.
It's just silly. I don't even make the list. I got to say, those guys are just out of my league.
Especially Steve Guttenberg.
Especially Steve Guttenberg.
Fucking Cocoon.
And right now, he's making a huge comeback in the Sharknado crossovers with the Arachnid movie.
I just want to say that's going to be the first question we ask Wilford Brimley. How cool was it to work with Steve Guttenberg and Cocoon?
Well, I guess I should just be glad that you're not going to start with. So, what's it like to have diabetes?
Diabetes.
Wait, when are we talking to Walter Brimley?
Wilford Brimley. I'm gonna try to get an interview with him at Texas Frightmare.
Why is he there?
He was in the
scary.
And he was in other.
He was in The Thing, dude.
He was in The Thing.
Oh yeah, I guess he was in The Thing. Yeah.
He was also in The Place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's only like one-name movies. Cocoon, The Place.
Cocoon 2 has got 2 syllables. What?
Diabetes has 3.
Diabetes.
He did those dog food commercials.
He also really likes Quaker Oats.
He does.
Yes.
So he's regular, feeds his dog regularly as well, and he's got diabetes.
He's got diabetes. And he's still fucking alive, which is amazing.
Is he still alive and fucking? Because that would be more impressive.
He probably is. Why do you think Jessica Tandy's dead? Yeah.
How dare you? I love Jessica Tandy. My favorite movie as a kid was Batteries Not Included.
I thought you were going to say Driving Miss Daisy, but okay.
The battery. I forgot all about that movie.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman. He laid the pipe to that too. I'm
no, he
sure.
wasn't in Batteries Not Included.
Morgan Freeman was not in Batteries Not Included.
Morgan, for a little known fact, he actually played Johnny Five in Short Circuit.
Really?
Insert circuit.
Insert circuit. Yeah, yeah. Steve Guttenberg, right back at you, full circle.
Short Circuit was actually the original title of it, but it was about a robot that was made of mints.
What?
What?
I don't know, but that was awesome. Can you?
Certs was a type of mint.
You're so old.
Certs, man. Certs.
They still make certs.
They do. You know what they don't make anymore? Lifesavers in like the rolls.
Yes, they do.
I've not seen them in a long time.
Yeah, I don't think they're popular anymore. That doesn't mean they don't make them.
No, they make them, but they put them in the little bags now.
I like Adam's comment. You know about mints. You're old.
Only old people like to have fresh breath.
I'm pretty sure
Us youngins like to stink.
I know lifesavers still exist. I don't know if certs still exist.
Certs still exist.
I don't know. So, if anybody out there knows that certs, if the company that makes certs still exists, please let us know. Because that's
anybody who knows metal eats certs, for Christ's sake.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking it.
Well,
Yeah.
fair. I'm not metal.
Metal certs, the metal maker.
The official sponsor of the MHOG.
Certs.
I don't see a lot of Mentos these days either.
No, Mentos kind of gone its way.
Yeah.
They really have.
Who did Mentos in was the Foo Fighters. Those guys fucked it up.
Yeah, those bastards. Those commercials were really cool until the fucking Foo Fighters made that video.
No, they got cooler later, like when people figured out that if you stick it in a bottle of Coke, it'll explode.
Yes. I mean, you can still find Mentos around, but normally it's like these weird flavors like chocolate mint.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Or like butterscotch penis. I was like, what is that?
Yeah, I mean, you had me at butterscotch, but then you lost me at the penis.
I know, right? I was like, this is going to be good. Butterscotch. And they're like, no, not butterscotch.
So this is a weird episode right now.
Does butterscotch penis taste like me?
I don't know. We would have to ask your ex.
Hey, what color is Adam? I feel like people might be like, hey, it's kind of a butterscotch.
You're right. You are kind of butterscotch. But you did say that your penis is dark. That's true. Yeah, so it would be more like Tootsie Roll penis.
Well, is it because of the frostbite?
Yeah, he fucked a Yeti one time and it was fucking cold.
I don't even know what that was.
He's got dick bite.
Somebody the other day posted something in Dude League. It was like 57 shades of lipstick or something like that. It was all like,
oh yeah, a bunch of dicks.
And I was looking, I was like,
which one am I?
I was like, I couldn't find my exact color.
Damn, man, that means you actually have an odd colored penis.
It's a little oddly shaped as well.
Oh, really? Damn, I'm sorry.
It's like cauliflower.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I hope it doesn't look like cauliflower. You need to go to the doctor for that.
Usually it happens to an ear on a boxer, but
okay. All right, let's back that up. Let's unpack that for a second.
Unpack it.
Number one, what kind of dick are you looking at that's cauliflower?
That's what I said.
Well,
Number two, why are you imagining my penis in any form, much less cauliflower?
Well, I've seen you sit down, and I'm like, he's kind of sitting awkward.
So you're looking at my twigs and berries?
Twigs and berries.
Maybe that's the problem. Maybe you got a weird cauliflower dick.
Cauliflower dick. Or is it more like a broccoli?
Well, I'm not sleeping in the same house as you, ever.
I'm just asking,
broccoli.
When we go to Wayne's bachelor party, okay, you're gonna have to get like an entirely different cabin.
I don't want anything to do with it, dude. I'm just saying. I just thought that was your thing.
With broccoli
you
penis?
You seem to be thinking about it a lot, and I
was concerned with your well-being.
I don't know about the whole broccoli penis thing that you guys are doing.
Yeah, I don't know either. I just thought, to avoid that. You know how you avoid that? Drink cranberry juice.
Yeah, because it wouldn't have blew out like one of those goddamn shotguns from like the Looney Tunes. When he puts his finger in it and it goes. Poof.
blunderbuss.
I'm so tempted to hang up on you right now.
What? Me? What did I do? Rome's the one who started the whole fucking cauliflower dick thing.
That's Rome.
What?
Oh, Jesus.
So, International Ladies Day or
There you go.
or something like that. You had something to talk about these women, right?
Yeah, it's whores. I don't know.
Oh, you know, it's funny. We were talking about that earlier. I I saw that Texas Frightmare posted this, like, oh, since it's International Women's Day or whatever, which woman are you most excited to see? So I said I was my most excited to see was Billy Pond. And I tagged him in it. I thought it was going to be pretty funny. So he's the most exciting woman there.
And he's sitting there thinking, Jesus, this guy's a dick.
Yeah, no, he knows better. Because I was talking to him earlier in the week about masturbation with peanut butter again, and he was really hoping that it was crunchy.
All right, well, you have weird conversations with people.
Yeah.
I know it's an M-hog thing. You wouldn't understand.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is. And if it is, then I'm starting my own podcast, and it's not going to be coming up. Jerking.
But, yeah, International Women's Day.
Yes.
A lot of people taking off today.
There was a lot of people doing a lot of things today that
Wait.
that
Okay, so
protests.
they're saying that. They planned for a lot of people to take, but did a lot of women take off for this shit?
No.
Here in North Carolina, the school district, I know it just seems weird, but there's an entire school district they were talking about this morning. Over 300 female teachers took off.
I did hear that some teachers closed schools for this shit, and I gotta say,
Are you serious?
that's the most selfish, cunty shit ever. Like, first of all, like let's get something straight. That whole wage gap bullshit, like it's entirely false. It has been debunked time and time again. It is entirely fucking false. It's predicated on bullshit. If anyone wants to know, I can fucking break the fucking the explanation down for you. I'm not going to do it here because it's going to slow down the show. But secondly, look, you want to fucking not show up to your job at fucking Quickie Mart or fucking McDonald's, that's up to you. But if you're fucking in charge of like small children or children in general, I'm sure it wasn't just like small children, but
children, yes.
Like you agreed that you would take care of these children. You would be responsible for their education. That's your fucking job. Involves children. Don't be a cunt.
Well, here's the thing that kind of pissed me off about it, and I think it's great. I think sure, let's acknowledge the women that are in the workplace, and they do a great job, and it's whatever. That's awesome. But the part that really disturbed me was because of all these ladies that decided to at the last moment. Now, here's a kicker: they were off on Friday. They took this opportunity today to take off, but all of them were outside places with signs protesting Trump, which just blew my mind. But the special education teachers, all these kids were just standing there. And it's not fair to these kids. A lot of these kids have a lot of mental, problems. They're learning disabilities. Some of them are in really bad shape, and they were so distraught about it. They had a whole problem because of it. You had all these kids. I think the one special education department had over 50 plus special ed kids waiting for school, but there was no school today because of these ladies, and it completely threw their world out of whack. How fucked up is that? Also,
let's be clear. Even if every woman across the planet took off of work for this one day, aside from the people that would die in those hospitals,
a lot more shit would get done.
No, but it didn't make a fucking difference.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I don't even know any women that took off of work today.
I want to know the women that can afford to take off. The ones that didn't have jobs to begin with.
Well, I just think, I don't know how to word it. It's just
it's bullshit and it's selfish.
I'll bet you some of them took like sick leave.
Nobody fucking appreciates me when I go to work.
I do, man.
You know what I'm saying? If I took off work, it'd be like, oh, he took off work. So I'm supposed to go, oh, you took off work. Well, I feel so bad. Oh, yeah, I'm going to pay, attention to you. I'm going to acknowledge that the world is miserable without you. Well, that's just some needy bullshit right there.
The world is miserable without you, Rum.
It is. But you know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about that. It's just so bizarre.
This is dumb bullshit. And like when the Hispanics did it a couple weeks ago, and obviously not all of them did it, but there was a whatever you call it, like it was like a march for immigration or some kind of bullshit where they they called it a day without a Mexican or something like that. Which is kind of racist. They weren't all Mexican, but like there was stories of like several dozen of them getting fired across the country in different places. And it's like one of the stories was like this factory in Colorado, and they told their bosses they were I think these people were like section leaders or something. Like they had a mid-level job. They weren't like bottom of the barrel. They told their bosses like, we're not showing up to work today because the march or the protest is tomorrow. And they were told like, we got orders to fill. You can't just take off, for any reason. Like, we're not all of you, like you either show up to work tomorrow or don't show up to work ever again. And they were like, fuck it, like they can't fire all of us. Well, guess what happened?
They fired them all.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like this is against our freedom of speech. And they were like, no, you told us that you weren't coming in, and we said you have to come in. Like, you can't just take off for no fucking reason. This is our business, and we have to count on you to be here, not to arbitrarily one day say we're protesting Trump, and you said fuck it, and so you're fired. Like we're gonna hire somebody else that will be at work on time, and take care of business. And
this is the thing. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I mean, I hate to say things like this, but I really hope like some of these women that protested got fired, because same bullshit. Like, it doesn't prove anything. You're wrong about the things you like, and half these people don't even know what they're protesting. Like you mentioned, like they've got like signs against Trump. Like, what is? Assuming that the wage gap myth is true, it's not. But assuming it is, what the fuck does Donald Trump have to do with that?
Absolutely nothing.
Well, here's the thing. They had a find over here in North Carolina. They had a find for that one school district over 300 substitute teachers today, last minute. They got most of them. So here's another thing. They decided to take the day off and not go to work, but where were they standing? Outside the school. So you were already there. So they let all the substitute teachers in, which were a lot of them women. And about 3 hours into it, on these substitute teachers, they all have credentials. A lot of these substitute teachers have teaching degrees, and they just haven't had a chance to get into the teaching field full time.
Right.
So, and because North Carolina has gotten rid of tenure, so it doesn't matter, there is no tenure anymore. So they were going into the classroom, said, look, would you be interested in a full-time job? Oh yeah, I'd love to do this full-time. How would you like to teach this class, in this department, for the wage of the teacher that left today? Would you take it right now? You're like, yes, I would. Well, they just got rid of a whole lot of teachers today and hired a lot of new ones.
Well, hate to say it, but good. I mean, it's a shame because I'm sure some of those people have families and stuff like that.
Well,
but
they should have thought of that when they were asked, please don't do this.
Right.
They even went out to they had to make special arrangements because bus drivers decided they weren't going to drive the buses today. That's the reason all these kids were standing on the side of the road, which is really not safe either, is it?
Nope.
Well, in general, like this was all scheduled because it's internet. Well, the day was chosen specifically because it's International Women's Day, and like I kept seeing all these people like I support International Women's. I know I'm getting tongue tied. I support International Women's Day and all this bullshit, and I didn't feel like typing anything political today, but I was just like looking at all this shit. And you know what? I don't fucking support International Women's Day. I don't think that I should celebrate you just because you have a fucking vagina. Like, it's arbitrary. You just happen to be born a woman.
I respect women. I respect women I work with, and I've worked with women all my life, and I think that's great. But I don't understand what's the difference. Why does this got to be like a mini holiday? I don't understand.
Well, I don't respect women. I respect individuals. Like, I'm happy to celebrate any woman in my life that's done accomplish things. Not necessarily done anything for me, but just accomplish things. I'm happy to celebrate your accomplishments. I'm not here to celebrate your fucking vagina unless you let me in it. Like, that has nothing to do with fucking anything. And it's bullshit. And, you know, like, we celebrate Mother's Day. We don't celebrate Mother's Day because our mothers happen to be women. We celebrate Mother's Day because our mothers, you know, gave birth to us and raised us and actually did something that should be celebrated. You know, it's not their fucking vaginas that are important.
Plus, you know, we're going to be celebrating vaginas. There's a whole market there for little tiny party hats.
Hallelujah, vaginas.
What party hat? What kind of fucking vaginas have you been looking at?
Well, I just thought you may, if you were to design little party hats for the celebrations.
Run, Amy, run!
Poor Amy.
Little party hat.
She's going to put a party hat on your vagina.
Well, one last thing before we move on past International Women's Day. I saw this story a little while ago posted in Dude League. This author named Caitlin Moran.
I saw.
It's M-O-R-A-N. I think it's Caitlin. I'm not sure. With a C, just to make Wayne feel better. It's Caitlin.
Thank you.
The really cunty ones, you know. Anyway, so she was given a speech, and she was as part of the speech, she said, one thing, if I could give advice to all those young girls out there, it's that don't read any books written by men.
Nice.
No, like, don't read a single book written by a man until, like, I can't remember everything she said. Oh, should I pull it up and do a dramatic reading?
No.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I was going to say, all right, go for it.
All right.
All right, whatever. All right. Anyway, so she said,
I'm good with it.
Don't read any books written by a man until you're in your 20s and you're fully formed, and you can look a man in the eye and say, "Fuck you very much," and then go on about your day.
Well, why read the book?
Huh?
And why would they even read the book if they have a preconceived notion that's what they're going to do?
Oh no! I don't know. The two ideas are disparate. I don't know what the one has to do with the other. She seemed, for someone at some point, she mentioned, she's like, I'm very comfortable with myself and very content. And I was like, you don't seem too content. Like, if you're walking around telling people to fuck you very much for no reason, you don't sound very content. But the whole thing, like, so I read the thing, and first of all, it's fucking stupid. Like, she said that she never read a book, until she was like, by a man until she was in her 20s. And I was like, so you never read a history book? You never read a math book? You never read a science book? Who the fuck taught you to read? Because, men created like literature, not literature, language and shit like that. I'm sure some women had certainly had influence there, but usually those were men jobs way back in the day before, BC and shit. So do you fucking know how to read? You're supposed to. Anyway, but just fucking retarded shit. Like,
it's pretty stupid, dude. Like,
I can't imagine like when people like that have children, they teach them this bullshit. Instead of teaching a child if I had a little girl, I wouldn't teach her to be a strong woman. I'd just teach her to be a fucking strong person and not to worry about her fucking vagina, and hopefully keep that shit locked up until she's in her 20s.
Oh, yeah.
But I wouldn't, this whole thing, like it's a man's world and you're being oppressed and all that shit. We spend our entire fucking lives devoted to vagina. Like, everything we do, getting jobs, buying cars, all that, it's all about fucking vagina. Like, what fucking more can we do to impress you bitches?
I don't know.
That was pretty hard right there.
It was like in your fucking face.
Wow. I'm just saying. I want vagina.
I'm trying to see if you're right.
I just want a girlfriend.
I'm trying to see, is everything I've done in my life.
Oh, in a general sense.
In a general sense, okay. In a general sense.
Think about when you were little 12-year-old Rum, who somehow had a beard and definitely had alcohol in his hand. Just like, hey, I'm the Rum Guy. Hey, fellas, what What's up? Well, I don't know why I sound like Mickey Mouse, but like, but you tried to impress people. You tried to get along and you try to be cool. No one wants to be cool for guys. Well, I guess if you're like 8, maybe when you're 8, there is like a weird area when it is all about other boys and stuff like that. But
well, there's this statement that say that women like when they're buying clothes. I know this is a bizarre, weird turn here, but women don't dress to impress men; they dress to impress other women.
That's true.
It's because most men are like, they're looking past that anyway. So I don't know. I guess I'm thinking back. I was like, yeah, I guess. I mean, I got my car. When I first got my car, it was all about going on dates and yeah, I guess in essence, how to get the good job, to make the good money, to impress the girl, to I guess that's all what it boils down to, man. We're biological slaves.
Well, technically, Rum, all you had to do was like throw shit at Bobcat Goldthwait to
right, and you won that bet right away.
Well, well, there's that. I mean,
right. Granted, that's really specific criteria.
Which I just want to point out. I just want to point this out. Which also worked with Steve Guttenberg. Just saying. Just putting it out there. Full circle again.
Steve Guttenberg?
No. Bobcat worked with Steve Guttenberg on Police Academy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we're back full circle.
9 Degrees of Guttenberg.
Exactly. Rum, you're actually in that. How about that?
I'm in the mix.
So we actually, Rum...
we could play 7 Degrees of Kevin Bacon, starting with Rum.
I know, right?
That's weird.
I met Kevin Bacon once.
See, there it is. Bam! It's only 2. Fuck, right in your face. Did you finger fuck him or punch him in the face or something?
No, actually, I met him at Canfield Fair in Canfield, Ohio.
Nice. Did you smell him and say, "I smell bacon"?
No, I actually had no idea who the hell he was at the time.
Oh, right. Okay.
He was at a car show.
How did you not know who Kevin Bacon was?
I wasn't paying attention. I was more paying attention to the cars.
Oh, okay.
Did you ask him if he had a cauliflower penis?
Yeah. Did you say, "Hey, is that really a cauliflower penis, or are you just happy to see me?"
No. Adam's the only one I know has a cauliflower penis.
I hate you. I hate you so much.
He doesn't. I can't really say he doesn't because I've never seen Adam's penis.
Well, I don't know. I just thought maybe
You thought I had a cauliflower penis. I don't know why. I don't know what universe you live in or where.
You're kind of fidgety and you're always in pain.
What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know.
If you're fidgety, that means you have a cauliflower penis. Remember that, people.
I was just, I don't know, dude. Just saying.
I don't know either. You're confusing me.
Douchebag.
Cauliflower penis.
Anyway.
Yeah. That's pretty fucking awesome. Rum knows Kevin Bacon. He knows Steve Guttenberg.
I don't know them. I've met them.
You even met... Look at that. Look at this shit.
Well, he knows fucking Matthew McConaughey.
All right.
I know... shit, there's some...
He knows Bella.
You know how life is, man. You down there, you're meeting celebrities all the freaking time. You're walking down the street, like, boom, there's Shaq. Boom, there's, whatever. Cynthia Rothrock, whatever.
On the
Cynthia Rothrock.
Jesus Christ. On the couple of occasions I've met a celebrity, it's never been New Orleans. Not once.
And you've insulted them.
You do. You do insult them a lot.
Girl doesn't count.
Wait, what?
Oh, I thought you were talking about... oh, never mind.
I was talking about Daisy Fuentes.
Oh. I don't think she was insulted. I think she was abused.
Yeah.
What did you say, Rom?
What about Dushku?
That doesn't... I didn't insult her. She kind of
insulted him.
But that's also a wizard world. That doesn't really count because, like, you're going to a convention.
Well, there again. You went to a convention. You meet all sorts of celebrities. You went to Texas, Wayne. You saw all sorts of celebrities.
Right, but that doesn't... It's different.
Counts.
It's way different.
Seeing them doesn't count as meeting them.
They're there.
If you talk to them, you've met them.
Dude, let me tell you something.
I thought you were a single celebrity there.
A convention is like a famous people's zoo. You pay money to get in, and then you get to go up to the animals and pretend you're feeding them, okay? That's all it is.
Did you pet Matthew Lillard?
I did not, but I did give him money, so that was kind of like feeding him.
Or some sort of prostitution, one of the two.
That too.
I'd be happy to be in that zoo if I'll be a prostitute. Just gotta shake people's hands, sign autographs. I get a flu shot and I'll be good.
Do something about that vegetable, you'll be all right.
Why would I do something about you?
Oh!
Singer!
See how nice that was? I set you up for that, and you did take the bait. That was very nice.
Such a douchebag.
Skeet surfing.
Anyway, I've been watching. I had to put it on hold for a couple days, but I've been watching Luke Cage. Solid show.
That's what I hear.
What?
Oh, I said that's what I hear. It's really good.
Yeah, I'm really impressed. I actually had a short conversation about it with our former guest, Hannibal the Beat Animal.
Oh, nice.
Because there's Luke Cage. It's set in Harlem, so obviously there's like a big, not just rap, but like black music, like influence in it. You know, like one of the things I like most about it is one of the main settings in the show is this nightclub. So in a weird way, it reminds me of One Tree Hill, because while you have all these dramatic events going on, they have this club where they'll bring in what?
So that is a weird comparison. Go ahead.
Well, but it makes sense. Like they're both shows where they, like, one of the main settings is a nightclub, and they would bring it, like One Tree Hill used to bring in various acts that you hadn't necessarily heard of because they were smaller acts at the time that, like, eventually they got bigger. Like Snow Patrol, one of their first major appearances was on One Tree Hill, and then, you know, they had a hit song. I mean, they're kind of nowhere now, but
there's another show you could compare it to too for that same reason, which would be Buffy.
Yeah, Buffy did that a little bit. With One Tree Hill was more of a mainstay though, where it was pretty constant. Buffy did it a little bit in the early years, but Luke Cage does the same thing. And so while you have all these dramatic events going on, there are these really great. It's mostly been R&B singers. I want to say there was a rapper in there somewhere. I'm only halfway through the show, but just really, you know, it's just really cool to have like this new music and stuff like that. But
so it's a really solid show, basically.
Oh yeah, all over the place. But I messaged Hannibal the Beat Animal to ask him what he thought, because you know, I'm sure most of us, like of the three of us, we all know the stereotype of like the black guys at the barbershop, like, you know,
right.
Talking that,
like the Ice Cube movie.
Oh yeah,
like the Ice Cube movie.
exactly like that, but with a less ridiculous character than Cedric the Entertainer.
There is no character less ridiculous than him.
What? Well,
I did that on purpose. Go ahead, keep going. I'm confused.
Okay.
I was trying to confuse you. Go ahead.
So
I win.
Okay. So, fucking completely lost my train of thought. Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
Barbershop.
Oh, so, you know, like one of the early settings. Well, actually, throughout the show, there's a barbershop. You know, but in the beginning of the show, the barbershop is featured more heavily. You know, and like characters interact and stuff like that. So they're doing that thing. You know, like, you know, black folks talking in the barbershop. And it's all sounds very good and it's very natural. And then the guy who plays Luke Cage, Mike Coulter, was very good. He does a great job as Luke Cage. But like whenever he tried to like talk black, like there's this weird like halting.
So you're trying to say
I don't understand what that means. Talking black.
You're trying to say he doesn't have he can't talk.
Like when he would try to talk about basketball,
right?
It sounds as if I was trying to talk about.
That's
basketball.
what I was gonna say. Like if Rum came in and was talking.
Talking basketball, I understand.
Rum, you know what he's talking about?
No, I don't understand what you're talking about.
Like slang, using a lot of different
slang,
terms.
because they weren't talking a lot of slang. It's just they were talking about black culture.
There you go.
like basketball, famous civic leaders, whatever. Like I don't remember all the things they were talking about, but I just felt like I was like, does this sound natural? So I was just curious, just for Hannibal the Beat Animals
Opinion.
perspective on it, because I was pretty sure he had watched the show. And he laughed and he was like, I thought the same fucking thing. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, all right, that works, which is fine, because I always feel like Luke Cage, I've seen comic writers occasionally try to like modernize him in terms of black culture, and I always feel like Luke Cage is sort of an old school, like sort of a Shaft personality,
right?
Like not necessarily, doesn't use a lot of slang and all that. He's just like really old fashioned.
Why is a barbershop black culture?
Go watch the movie Barbershop, Rum. I don't know.
But I don't understand why that's synonymous with black culture.
Because I've never been to a barbershop with white folks where they talk like that.
It is just the place. I grew up
and we had a barbershop. I used to go to the barbershop all the time.
I went to the barbershop too.
So did I, dude. It's just different.
We'd sit there in an old barbershop and there'd be boxing on, be watching boxing and all sorts of shit, watching baseball. It's
just a place that people go and
talk shit.
Bullshit with each other. And basically, all it was is I think it got more and more synonymous with the black culture when those movies did come out, and it was more obvious that it was out there.
Well, I don't think. Well, barbershops have to a degree gone away. They don't exist.
No, it's just like these quick, like you go in and get a haircut and leave.
That kind of took over, but no, I mean barbershops still exist for where white people go and stuff like that. It's just it's a different culture. It's the same thing like there's a white church and there's a black church, and white churches have like some old guy going, that's
a Catholic church.
Right.
That doesn't mean it's white. There's a lot of one of the biggest churches in Ethiopia is Catholic church.
I agree.
Do they go?
They certainly do.
Yeah, they do that.
Y'all have never been to Ethiopia.
Yeah, I have.
No, I've eaten at an Ethiopian restaurant. Portions are really small.
I was going to say that must not have been a lot of food there.
Anyway. I lost my waiter for a second. He went behind a pole.
Stupid fuck.
Oh man. So
yeah. So yeah, I understand what you're saying. So he doesn't really have the black accent.
No, it's not an accent. I don't know. You'd have to watch the show. I just when all the other guys, because like I said, they weren't necessarily okay. There was a couple young guys in the scene that were like talking slang, street, whatever you want to call it, and then there's also the older guys, and the older guys weren't using like slang and stuff, but it seemed like when those actors were talking, it felt like they've done this before, like they've been in that situation in a barbershop talking about this. But when the guy who plays Luke Cage would start talking, it just seemed like he was not reading from a script, but like he was trying really hard. Like I think I heard, wasn't Mike Ewing, wasn't he a basketball player? Like it kind of felt like he was putting on air.
Oh yeah, he was trying to fit in.
Like I said, like I don't talk about basketball. Like I'll watch basketball if it's on. I'll sit and watch it. I enjoy it, but I don't know shit about it.
Right, me neither. I'll watch it too.
So if like I'm sitting with a bunch of people and they're talking about basketball and I want to fit in, that's what I would sound like.
I'm not a big sports guy, so I mean I don't get the reference.
What?
I'm just not a big sports guy, so.
You're not
in any way in that conversation.
I thought you said you were a big sports guy.
No, not at all.
No.
I used to like baseball a lot and boxing. That was it. That's about it.
I don't like boxing.
I was a football guy. I'm not like a huge football fan, but like I'll watch it.
I like the Super Bowl because it's the end of the season.
I'll watch pretty much any sport. I'm not like a huge fan of any of them.
I love curling.
That's not a sport.
I thought you said Kerwin. I was like, who?
No, curling.
It's not a sport.
It is a sport.
It's fucking competitive sweeping. That's fucking stupid.
No, it isn't. It's amazing.
It's people like you that make it so popular.
I am huge into the duck pin scene.
There's actually a curling movie, like a
Yes, there is.
fictional film.
Is there really, dude?
Yeah, it's an awesome movie.
There was a guy, I can't think of his name offhand, but there was a show called Due South years ago. Great show. I'm actually a huge fan of it. But and it's basically Due South centers around this guy who's a Canadian Mountie who goes to Chicago and teams up with a Chicago detective
And fucks horses.
Yeah.
All right, good. See, I knew it.
On CBS, that's what they do. They fuck horses. But anyway, the guy, so the guy created the show because he's Canadian and just wanted to like express Canadian culture and all that. So of course, once that show ends, the next logical step is let's make a movie about curling. And actually, Leslie Nielsen occasionally guest starred in the show, and so Leslie Nielsen is in that movie as well.
It's got to be his last film.
It's an amazing sport. It really is. If you really got to get into it, you have to understand the whole thing.
Yeah.
You don't understand it. I understand.
It's a little like billiards, but with broom.
It's gigantic shuffleboard. It is basically what it is.
I might go watch that show tonight.
Gigantic shuffleboard.
Yes, that is what I'm going to watch.
Yeah, I really like pickleball. Pickleball is nice.
I don't even know what language Rum is speaking.
It's making this now.
Look up pickleball. You'll
No. Even if you're right, I'm not doing that. That's never going to.
If I look up pickleball and I end up getting a picture of Pickle's testicle, I'm gonna be pissed.
That's in sport. Pickleball.
Okay, I'll look that up and see what I find. But yeah, it's not a sport.
It is a sport, dude.
No.
I'm into
Jesus.
I'm into competitive, all sorts of competitive things like that. But your traditional.
You're the dude from fucking dodgeball that gets those fucking obscure sports quarterlies. That's you. You're that fucking dude.
Dip, dive, dodge, duck.
Was that Stephen Root?
I think so. Yeah. I think so. The guy from Office Space?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who it was.
The guy with the thick glasses?
Yeah, that's him.
I mean, I get why, but it's so weird to me when people are like, "Oh, the Office Space guy." I'm like, "No, the News Radio guy." What the fuck?
Well, yeah, but dude, you gotta understand. I never watched episode of News Radio, and I heard everybody says it's a freaking fantastic show, but I've never seen it.
I understand totally. I just it just bugs me. I get it.
I mean, that's the first thing I've ever seen him in was that. So that's
the other day, one of the DisAfterDark guys was watching Batman: Mask of the Phantasm.
Nice.
And he was saying he was watching it for the first time, and I just kind of fucked with him. And I was just like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, actually, you were the one that convinced me to watch it." And I was like, "Dude, I'm just fucking with you. I understand that that's not a widely watched film. It doesn't matter how good it is. Like it's and the kicker to that story is that some fuckhole wrote underneath like, yeah, that movie's okay, but if you really want to see a good Batman movie, watch Under the Red Hood. And this isn't gonna play with y'all, but I was like, ugh.
Porn about Little Red Riding Hood.
Huh?
I thought there was a porn about Little Red Riding Hood.
Yeah.
It is.
There? You're proud of
is.
yourself?
I'm proud of him. That was good.
Your pride means nothing.
I'm so proud of Rome.
So by the time this comes out, Wayne, you'll have played your first show, hopefully.
Yes. Yeah.
How's it?
What's the name of the band?
Breach. Like Breach Birth, but it's not really Breach Birth.
Oh,
it's
I was thinking more of like explosives and outside of a door.
Thank you. I'm glad you see. That's where I was at too. That's exactly where the name came from. And every time I say that, people go like baby. I was like, no, fuckers. How do you guys not know?
Well, it makes sense because you have a baby.
Well, yeah, it's total sense right there. Total.
One second. Apparently, I'm getting a phone call.
Wow. That's amazing.
Is he really going to let it ring?
He did. And he's answering it.
Hey, can I give you a call right back?
Let's just keep talking about that.
Hey, I'm still on the show.
Yeah, it's okay. It's no big deal. You know, he's doing busy man things. He's a busy man.
Wait, hold on a second. Why is there no truck?
Sounds like somebody stole his truck.
This is all going in the show.
Oh yeah, I'm not taking it out. Fuck no.
Let me call you back in just a second, okay? Fucking hate U-Haul.
You hate U-Haul.
Yeah, they told Amy there was a truck she could use to bring stuff up.
Yeah.
So she went to go pick it up, and they're like, "Oh, there was a truck, but we kind of let somebody else have it." It's like, well, she reserved this thing a week ago.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, you didn't know. You know, we're sorry, but you could have a fucking compact car. Will that help?
How about a van? Do you have a van?
You have a van.
If they rent out, if you have a rental, you haven't like fucked up your, you know, like over, like, you know, like if it's not like 2 hours after you were supposed to rent it, and they've given it away, is it not their responsibility? They can go call other.
Yes, to get you one. Yes.
No, they don't do that because we're douches. So that's where I'm going to be here in a second as soon as I get off the show.
Nice.
This is what you tell them. Just tell them we're going to use the entire, like, do they know who you are?
Right.
The power of the metal hand of God to
one call to Guttenberg, and this is all taken care of.
You guys are fucked.
Fucking.
I believe that's true. I believe if Steve Guttenberg made a call.
Yes.
I'm the Goot. We call him the Goot.
You call him Goot? Yeah. What's up, Goot?
Goot.
Not
to be confused with the Gooch.
But yeah, I will be playing my first show in 2 years, so it'll be fun. I'm excited.
I think you need this. I think the world needs this. If you're, where are you playing? Is it gonna be Twist? Is it gonna be Batman?
No, man. We're playing out of town. Actually, our first show is actually in Homa. It's a different area.
Ooh, what's the place? What's the venue?
The place is called the Boxer and the Barrel.
Oh, Boxer and the Barrel. So if you're in Homa, and then
well, two things, Ron. One, you're completely breaking up, and number two, this is going to air after.
Yeah, it'll air after. So if you were in Homa and saw the show, thank y'all for coming out. How about that? That's a good one. But we actually booked our second show already before we even played the first one. So April 22nd at Babylon will be our first home show, I guess.
Okay, and I'll have to be sure to be in town for that.
So you heard it first, April 22nd. It's us and Angry 88 so far. I'm looking into getting a few other bands to play with us, so it'll be pretty good.
Very cool.
But yeah, I guess we're done. I want to make sure Jeff, our friend Jeff Carlson, gets his limit of foulness. So everybody say a curse word: fuck, pussy, dick, shit, cock, stuff like that.
Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, there you go, Hillary Clinton. Snowballing, jackhammering a turd.
Big black pussy.
Big black pussy.
Bam lamb.
Bam lamb. Oh, big pussy. Bam lamb. Sorry.
Rum's completely breaking up, so we should really end
Yeah. But anyway, all right. I was your host, Wayne.
I'm Adam.
Ooh, that sounded fucking scary. Thank y'all for joining us, and remember to keep it metal. Yeah.